Carlos Ramsey's with the Enhancing Mind. Having had a successful sales career, I was often tasked with training others to become effective salespeople, and one of the most common roadblocks that I ran into was getting the call reluctance out of the sales rep. For those of you not familiar, call reluctance is a hesitation. They do everything but pick up the phone and call. Call reluctance can stem from inexperience, overthinking, overanalyzing. It can stem from a couple different areas, but when I analyze this speed bump in others and in myself, I found that the common denominator in making people nervous about doing this job successfully was their perspective of what it took to do the job. And despite the way it's expressed, whether it's expressed via overthinking or overanalyzing, the core issue was the way that the sale and the sales process was perceived by the individual. If the sales rep saw the sale as a daunting task, if in the mind the sale was this big monster to tackle, well, of course they're going to get anxious. Of course they're going to overthink. And once I realized that, a big part of helping someone become successful in sales was reshaping the perception of their role. My task then was to minimize this big monster in their mind and turn it into a soft little bunny that can be held and played with. If I was able to do that effectively, the rep's sales career would take off from there. My point here being, we need to be careful of the way we approach and perceive concepts and ideas. The way we perceive them will influence the way we approach them. If we see a job as daunting and massive and as a big deal, of course we're going to get the jitters. But if we can reshape that perception, even if the task is a big deal, but if we can reduce it and make the idea manageable in the mind, we can manage our emotions about it, allowing us to approach the matter from a practical standpoint. Becoming successful in any endeavor is no different, right? Managing your money is no different. Personal enhancement is no different. To manage the way you perceive what's important to you and minimize it where necessary to allow you enough mental and emotional space to create a game plan. Let me ask you this. What do all successful people have in common? Think about people you admire. What do they all have in common? They all seem to navigate their successful world with ease, right? They all seem so comfortable. They make it look easy. And they make it look easy because it is easy. Their program is in place and the pathway is clear. They don't overthink it. They don't try to reinvent their wheel. Their goals are seamlessly integrated into their day. Get your game plan in order and give yourself the flexibility to adapt where necessary, and watch the money, the business, the relationships, the outcome begin to flow in your direction. Results are validation. And when the results start coming in because we successfully managed our endeavor, the confidence comes in. And now you're the one making it look easy. But, okay, how do we get to that point? It is imperative that you build the initial map, the guideline, a guideline centered around a practical and segmented approach with the intent to turn that guideline or that map into a streamlined operation. But you can't even get to that point. You can't even get to the point of building out the map unless you go down an additional layer. That layer being managing your emotions and your perception. Daydreams can work in our favor or against us by amplifying an idea in our mind and turning it into this daunting task, this huge mountain that has to be overcome. It can stop you from even trying. And for a lot of people, it does. For a lot of people, our imagination can be our greatest liability. Mitigate those ideas and begin to look at the achievement of your goals as a systemic matter, not a divine or universe, or if the universe or if it was meant to be. None of that matters. I mean, sure, there are some people that were born in better positions and perhaps had a bit more luck than others, but the majority of successful people, I'd say 90% of all people that you would consider successful or that you admire became successful because they created an effective mode of operations that systematically funneled whatever they are after right to them. It's like getting a stick and making a new route for the river water to flow. You just got to find a way to plug yourself in. Reduce the idea in the mind and then follow the proven processes of others to achieve whatever you are looking to achieve. And that's it. The answers are already in front of you. Find someone successful in whatever you want to achieve, adopt their routine, adopt their mode of operation, adopt their structure, and you will eventually benefit from the same outcome. Success is that easy. Let it be that easy. That's all I've got for you. Carlos Ramsey's with the Enhancing Mind. Talk to you soon.